Here we go, accelerating along. This is very, very much part of my history, steaming up here. Very fast again into Copse Corner. Taking it gently as we went through there, feed it on, but we're going a bit quicker this lap because I've got the feel of the car, the tyres have warmed up a bit, but you've got to use the extremities of the track. Just work our way through here, and I'd love to say I'd like to be feeding my way back onto the old track because I really knew that well. This one is taking me a bit of time to get used to it, but this again is back onto Beckett's, which is the old original corner, accelerating out onto the Hangar Straight. That's where we went to, picked up such a speed going down here, and it's a bit forbidding coming down to the corner at the bottom, which we called, well, they call it Stowe Corner. On the brakes, very hard going into there, gently down a gear, turning right, but it's a much tighter corner now than it was. And of course, this one takes us down to a new part of the track, and we sort of have to feed it back to the right-hand side of the road. Not too hard on the brakes because you don't want to lock a brake up here. Pitch it in quite tight to the left, flick it across to the right, feeding the power on. You have to feather it a little bit as you go through here, back on the power. We're coming here to the first part of Abbey Curve, which used to be electrifyingly fast, but you went into it with a bit of a right and then a left through it, and that feels like we're on it there. Then we sweep away to the right to pick up this new right-hand curve. And then this is a double left on the loop, which of course leads us in, accelerating through all the way through Aintree, and now we're going to start down the Wellington Straight. We're coming down there absolutely flat at 8,000 in every gear as we come down. But you can see I'm not exactly extremely on the right of the road, but I'm trying to get a nice apex through here, being a little bit gingerly running over the cement, which you never know how bad it's going to be. You feel such a fool when you spin or make an error when you know the track is slippery. And this feeds out again back into out of the chicane in front of the BRDC suite, out onto the old pit complex, which is much more familiar for me, as we go storming up and slip into Copse Corner. Wonderful corner. It's where a lot of heroes are made, going through there as fast as they can. And speeding our way up to Beckett's. On the way we go to the left-hander here of Maggots. Just take it, rubbing the speed off as we go, and then in we come here through the left. You have to balance it on the throttle between those two. I'm a bit slow through there, then down to the third gear, and then off we go around Beckett's Corner. Caught a lot of people out over the pass, and then a bit of relax as we go down the Hangar Straight into Stowe Corner. A bit slow on the gear shift there, but it's Henry's special car, and I'm not about to over-rev it. Take it through there, hold the car in, you must let it go out too wide, you've got to pull it back, keep the power on, accelerate, go back down to second gear, and then we're going to come out then into, here we come, we're going to come out on what was the entrance to the straight out of Club Corner. Here we are. That felt tremendous to me. It's nice to feel I'm sort of getting to know it a little bit better. I've driven on bits of the track, but never the whole track before. So to get out there and have a go in this beautiful car, which has been so successful over the years, and be reassociated with it again, and then have it play with it. And what I think is amazing is that people spend so much time and bother making these wonderful cars, which are now quite old. I mean, Group C started in '82. It's 40 years ago these cars came out, and they're still pristine, beautiful cars to drive, comfortable to drive, and actually very, very safe. And they're easy to drive. People don't seem to realize how easy they are. I mean, look at me sitting in there, happily shifting gear, turning the wheel, feeding the power on. You just have to know what you're doing, that's all. It's a piece of cake, really. Nothing to worry about. So any of you think about getting one of these cars, you'll enjoy it, have a blast, have a good time. They're very reliable, and of course, all I can tell you is I won a hell of a lot of races in them, and they really are fantastic. So there you are, speeding onto the straight again, and that was a slowing down lap, really, with me on the Grand Prix circuit. The strange thing is, people say to me, So when you went to ground effect, what was the difference? And I just said, well, we just went quicker. And I remember testing with Jochen and Jackie. I don't think there was a fourth driver that day, and we were at Paul Ricard, and they said, okay, try this. You know, we went out in the 962 or 956 for the first time. But obviously to start with, we weren't going quickly because you're just getting used to the system. It's so easy to drive. God, I wish I knew these bloody corners better. I mean, I've never driven around this track. That's all you're getting, Henry.